first met in the 2001 quarter-final, Arsene Wenger's side were dumped out of the competition.
It went quite well for me as well, yeah. I bagged a hat-trick, one of few in my career, but I managed to score 3 goals against Arsenal is particularly special. You know, if it's a lower league side, it's not as important, but against Arsenal in the quarter-finals was very special to me.
What players were in their team that day?
People joke about it now and say that it wasn't their strongest 11, but for me, I don't remember their exact team, but for me it was definitely their strongest 11.
That's the way you'll tell it to the
grandkids,
grandkids,
that's right? I tell it. Yeah, exactly.
Can you remember the goals?
I remember the hat-trick goal because that came across Damien Duff, slid me across, and I was thinking he's not passing it, and he delayed it quite long. I thought he was just going on a mazy, which he tended to do because he's obviously very skillful. But he delayed the pass, and it was perfect for me. And I hit it first time, a left-footed stroke into the corner, and that was my 3rd goal, which was obviously very satisfying.
But things could have been so different that day. Jansen opted to join Rovers and not Arsenal when he left Crystal Palace in January 1999.
I mean, there was rumours flying around all over the place, but Arsenal was a side that tried to sign me, and I'd spoke to them. But at the time, Brian Kidd had just been installed manager at Blackburn, and I remember him because I'd spent a brief time at Manchester United when I started my career. He tried to sign me at Man United when I was younger, so he remembered me from there, and he approached me and asked me if I would come and play for him. And because of the connection that I'd had previously with him, I decided that I was going to go up and play for Blackburn. It would have been nice to be part of such a successful team that Arsenal have become. But it's hindsight, isn't it? I had a great career at Blackburn. I could have gone to Arsenal and been fantastic. I could have gone to Arsenal, played in the reserves. You never know, so you can't really have any regrets.
With Blackburn, Jansen reached the League Cup final in 2002. He was to score against North London opposition again, as Rovers produced something of an upset against Tottenham.
We were the underdogs. They all fancied Spurs to beat us, but again we went ahead relatively early in the first half, and I'd scored that goal as well, and it wasn't a spectacular goal, but again to the grandkids it was. And then Andy Cole scored. They equalised, and then late on Andy Cole scored the winner. But the after party that we had was very good as well. It just kept on going.
What time did you get in?
Well, it was. I think it was light.
Jansen hasn't called time on his playing career, but he is taking a break from the game, having never fully recovered from a motorbike accident in 2002. Tonight, though, he'll be cheering on his former club.
I would imagine they'll be the underdogs. Arsenal are flying again this season, but you never know in the cup, do you? We were the underdogs when we beat them, but it'll be very nice if they can do the same job.
Well, it's good to see him again. Matt Jansen, who scored in the quarter-finals, semi-finals and final on that occasion. I tell you what, Jason, in a way they could do with him, or someone like him this evening, because despite all the big